miss you so much at preschool, and we know that we're going to see you really soon. But until we get to see you again in school, we're going to share with you some of our favorite stories. This one is called Caps for Sale, and it's one of Miss Kathy's favorite stories. And it says, A Tale of a Peddler, Some Monkeys, and Their Monkey Business. Now, it's a very special story because during some parts of it, I'm going to ask you to help me. So for now, you can listen, but be ready because you're going to do some things with me. Caps for sale. Once there was a peddler who sold caps. Do you guys know what caps are? They are hats. That's a silly name for hats. But he was not like an ordinary peddler carrying his wares on his back. He carried them on top of his head. First, he had on his own checked cap, and then a bunch of gray caps, and then a bunch of brown caps, and then a bunch of blue caps, and on the very top, a bunch of red caps. He walked up and down the streets, holding himself very straight so as not to upset his caps. And as he went along, he called, "Caps, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." You guys want to try it? Go ahead. You're going to say, "Caps, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." Give it a try. I bet you guys did a good job with that. One morning, he couldn't sell any caps. He walked up the street and he walked down the street, calling, here we go, try with me, "Caps, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." But nobody wanted any caps that morning. Nobody wanted even a red cap. He began to feel very hungry, but he had no money for lunch. "I think I'll go for a walk in the country," said he, and he walked out of town slowly, slowly, so as not to upset his caps. Oh, he walked for a long time until he came to a great big tree. "That's a nice place for a rest," thought he. And he sat down very slowly under the tree, and he leaned back little by little against the tree trunk so as not to disturb the caps on his head. And then he put his hand up to feel if they were straight, and he first had on his own checked cap, and then a bunch of gray caps, and then the brown caps, the blue caps, and the red caps on the very top. They were all there, so he went to sleep. He slept for a long time. When he woke up, he was refreshed and rested. Can you guys give a big stretch? Oh, refreshed and rested. That was a good sleep. But before standing up, he felt with his head to make sure his caps were in the right place. And all he felt was his own checked cap. Where did they go? He looked to the right of him, no caps. He looked to the left of him, no caps. He looked in back of him, no caps. He looked behind the tree, no caps. Then he looked up into the tree, and what do you think he saw? This is a silly page. Are you guys ready for this page? Oh, you don't want to see this page, right? It's too silly. I'm going to put the book away. All right, I bet you do. Here we go. On every branch sat a monkey. On every monkey was a gray or a brown or a blue or a red cap. Look at those silly monkeys. The peddler looked at the monkeys, and the monkeys looked at the peddler. He didn't know what to do, but finally he spoke to them. Okay, can you guys be the monkeys? Get ready. "You monkeys, you," he said, shaking a finger at them. "You give me back my caps." Now it's your turn. Get your finger ready. But the monkeys only shook their fingers back at him and said, "Tis, tis, tis." Okay, ready? This made the peddler angry, so he shook both of his hands at them and said, "You monkeys, you give me back my caps." Okay, it's your turn. Get both your hands ready. But the monkeys only shook both their hands back at him and said, "Tis, tis, tis." Okay, now I'm going to stand up because we're going to stomp our feet. Can you guys stand up with me? Here we go. Now he felt quite angry. He stomped his foot and he said, "You monkeys, you better give me back my caps." Okay, you guys get ready to stomp your feet. The monkeys just stomped their feet back at him and said, "Tis, Good job. Oh, this one's really silly. By this time, the peddler was really very, very angry. He stomped both his feet and shouted, "You monkeys, you must give me back my caps." Okay, you guys, get ready to do this one. Both your feet. But the monkeys only stamped both their feet back at him and said, "Tis, tis, tis." At last, he became so angry that he pulled off his own cap and threw it on the ground and began to walk away. But then, each monkey pulled off their cap. Can you guys pretend to pull off your cap? Pull it off. And all the gray caps and all the brown caps and all the blue caps and all the red caps came flying down out of the tree. So the peddler picked up his caps and put them back on his head. First, his own checked cap, and then what comes next, remember? The gray caps, the brown caps, the blue caps, and then the red caps on the very top. And slowly, slowly he walked back to town calling, let's do it with me, ready? Caps, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap. And this says the end. Good job, guys. I hope you enjoyed our story. It's kind of like when we pretend there's monkeys in the hallway, right? That really seemed like there was monkeys just like up in this tree. So good job. I hope you enjoyed that. We love and miss you. We'll see you soon.